Liz, she get to keep her car, and I guess Camari get to keep the Jeep that she always said was hers anyway.
The Jeep?
She always said the Jeep
white
was hers.
one?
Yeah.
The white one with the big,
Yeah. She been claimed that car. Why you think I've been saying y'all get all these new cars? Camari said she wanted the Jeep since the tour.
She can't even drive it. She can't even drive.
She can't drive. Why you think I've been saying y'all get all these new cars? Camari said she wanted the Jeep since the tour.
She can't even drive it. She can't even drive.
She can't drive.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and welcome back, or welcome to Destiny Reacts. And as you saw by that first clip, yes, it seems like Jaaliyah has just been jealous of Camari from the beginning. Just think about it. Jaaliyah was about 15 years old in that clip, and she's talking about Camari doesn't know how to drive, and she can't even drive. Jaaliyah, you couldn't even drive, remember? Didn't have a license, didn't have a permit, nothing. But talking about what CJ is doing for his daughter. And I don't even know why CJ would go back and forth with this child about what he's doing for Camari. It shouldn't have been a question. My daughter's getting this, and that's it. He was buying all this stuff for Charlene's children all of these years, but Jaaliyah thinks that she's just supposed to get stuff and Camari's not supposed to get anything. It's crazy. I just saw by that title, yes, it seems like Jaaliyah wants to fight Camari again, I guess. Like, Jaaliyah is literally going to be 17 this year and still talking about wanting to fight a 12-year-old girl. Now, before we get into that, we have to look at her Instagram because that's where she was giving us all of this information. And since Jaaliyah puts herself in adult business and tells everybody on a video that she's going to fight CJ, Camari, Mama So Cool, all of these adults and one child, then we're going to talk about this. So somebody said, not a confession, but your mom is fine ASF. Do she have a man? And Jaaliyah said she do need a man when she got kids that can keep her company. Now the funniest part about this to me is the fact that Jaaliyah said her mom doesn't need a man, but y'all are over there celebrating Rico, enjoying his time, doing videos with him. What do you think your mom is doing with this man? Yes, he does not want to claim your mother as his woman, but it's definitely something going on there. And then somebody said, I could be your stepdad. And then Jaaliyah said, you could be 6 feet under. So obviously, Rico is definitely rubbing off on these children. So all I have to say to that is, good luck, Charlene. And then somebody said, I know y'all miss your rich stepdad. Remember when he bought you that Hellcat? And then Jaaliyah said, I don't. And the car was clickbait. How is the car clickbait when he actually bought the car at the dealership, drove it home, had a license plate for it, made... What are you talking about? Does anybody else find it funny that everything CJ did was now just clickbait? The reason that it is clickbait to Jaaliyah is because her own mother didn't allow them to take anything that they earned with them when she left. See, Charlene took what she wanted. Her car, her clothes, her shoes, whatever she wanted to take, she took it. The 2 king and queen chairs, took them. But her children, yeah, they weren't allowed to take anything. So I can see why Jaaliyah would say it's clickbait now. I mean, yeah, you weren't allowed to take anything with you. It was about your mother. She was going to do what she wanted to do and take what she wanted to take. But y'all going to have to suffer. And then somebody said, don't even cap, be honest for real. Do you ever think about your old life with CJ? And she said, I only think about the places we went on tour and our vacations. Good times. So Jaaliyah thinks about the good times that she had with CJ, but she also wants to fight him. She wants to fight a grown man. A 16-year-old child wants to fight a 30-something-year-old man. So I guess the trips, you know, the tours and the places, the vacations, that wasn't clickbait though, right? Okay. Is it really that hard to just appreciate what a man did for you when he didn't need to? He didn't have to. Y'all were not his responsibility, but he did a lot for y'all. Is it really that hard to just appreciate what he's done for you? Their own father did not fight to see them and be in their lives, but CJ was there and did a lot for them. Way more than he did for Camari back then. And then somebody said, do you want my siblings? And Jaaliyah said, yeah, but she gotta wait till I leave the house. In my opinion, I do not see Charlene having any more children because she would need to find a man that is willing to pay to help her have kids. She has to go through IVF, and who is gonna pay for that? And then somebody said, why you keep letting Camari throw shade at you? And she said, because every time I came to the drop-offs and pickups, she wasn't doing nothing, just stayed in the car with her head down. I'm really trying to figure out, when is Camari throwing shade at them? Especially her. Jaaliyah, nobody even talks about her, nobody thinks about her. CJ went to pick up the twins and saw that Carnation had some raggedy shoes on and wanted to buy her some new shoes. So I guess Jaaliyah is saying that Camari is intimidated by her and had her head down. I mean, maybe she had her head down because she had her phone in her hand and was doing whatever she did on her phone. You know, she's always on her phone. Jaaliyah really thinks everybody is intimidated by her, and she thinks that she can fight the whole world. And it's going to be so sad when she meets somebody who gives her that same energy. This child really thinks that she can do what she wants, say what she wants, go where she wants, whatever. It's not looking good for her. And thinking that she's intimidating a 12-year-old child when you're almost 17 years old, what's wrong with you? And then somebody said, little girl, go get your permit and driver's license and get a job instead of worrying about CJ and Camari. Goofy. And Jaaliyah said, already working on all that and I could care less about what they do. Now, we all know this is a lie. Clearly, she cares about what Camari does. She just said that she would go to the drop-offs and pickups, which I don't even know why she was there. You're not an adult. Those are not your children, but whatever. And she made it seem like Camari is intimidated by her. Jaaliyah definitely cares what Camari is doing. We can all see that, right? Because why would you get on here answering questions about Camari when you could have just left those out and answered all the other ones? Somebody said, it's crazy how people value materialistics and money over respect and love. You're not ungrateful or disrespectful. You're just tired of being disrespected and expected to put up with it because of the gifts you were given. You're old enough to see through all of that, period. And Jaaliyah said this is how she feels. Now, in my opinion, I don't understand why Jaaliyah feels disrespected when you were not in a relationship with CJ. If anything, Charlene's disrespected because she was the one getting cheated on. There are plenty of videos on CJ's channel of her disrespecting CJ constantly. And the fact that he's an adult, she's a child, and she doesn't understand that y'all are not on the same level, that's a problem. If CJ was telling her to clean up, then that's what she should have done instead of talking back. Does that make sense? But also we have to say that CJ allowed these children to talk back to him. He allowed them to state their opinions and cuss at him, yell at him. He allowed these children to do that. So of course they felt comfortable enough to feel like they're being disrespected. In my opinion, I feel like CJ should have been left Charlene and these children behind a long time ago when the first instance of her children disrespecting him. So then I guess Jaaliyah didn't feel like being messy anymore, and she said this: I'm not answering no more questions about Camari and me because y'all all like being messy and think I'm the problem. But when she said she would beat up Nation, which is half her size, y'all ain't say that. But when I call her out for wanting to fight her, y'all make it seem like I started it. Now, I definitely think Jaaliyah is the problem. She has a huge mouth on her, and she needs to learn that that's not the way to be. This is the same child that threatened to beat up a grown adult. Do we have to continue bringing that up? Like, she is messy. This is who Charlene wants her to be, though. So, she also talks about fighting a 12-year-old girl when she's about to be 17 years old. Is that not messy? She also got into a fight with a child that was in the same grade as her, but we all know that she's a grade behind, meaning she's older than that child, bigger than that child. Remember? And to say that Carnation is half Camari's size,
the live or anything, so what's the whole point? Like, did you say you were gonna drag her? Like, no.
But you know, when you know a teenager is lying, their mouths are moving. That's how you can tell.
Okay, so you guys have this all mixed up because like you guys technically just put both clips in like the same video, acting, making it seem like I was gonna drag Camari, which I wasn't.
Drag her. Drag her.
Carnation.
Down me. See? Height, size, weight, age does not matter. Didn't she not see the video while I was whipping Camari's butt? You did not see the video? You big.
But it's like, after I said all that about Camari, we were just going on with our business and we were just talking about fights at our school, how I'm always getting Yasmin out of fights and like times when we were both gonna get into a fight. And when they thought
You're a moron.
if you look at this picture right here, Carnation is almost as tall as Charlene. So I don't know the difference between Charlene and Camari. Are they the same height? Is Camari taller? I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like they're that far apart in height. And let's all remember, they're the same age, born in the same year, and Carnation is actually, I think, 3 days older than Camari. And Camari actually did a live stream and said that she didn't just come out and say that she would fight Carnation. She said if Carnation wanted to fight her, then she wouldn't back down and she would fight her.
No, I didn't. What are y'all talking about?
She said
I said if she wanted to fight, I would. I'm not finna back down from the little girl. That's what I said. So please get off me, like I said. For
my cousin. once you're here, they're. I'm joking.
I don't care. That's what I say. I can say little if I want. Call everybody little girls or little boys, even if they older than me. Like, what are you talking about? Mind your business, please. Okay. Hey, jump me. I swear to God, if they jump me, bro. Go ahead, let them jump me myself. Go ahead. Like, y'all just keep asking the same question. Like, I didn't say that. Like, y'all can't prove me wrong that I said that. I didn't come out of my mouth, so leave it alone, weirdos. Girl, please stop meat riding. Ain't nobody said that. And if she want to say, how about she come and get it? She the one who moved away. I didn't move nothing. What are you talking about? Like, I don't want to fight nobody. I don't got nothing to do with them. I've been nice. They just keep talking like, bro, they keep saying the same thing. Why you want to be why you want to fight me? I didn't even say that, bro. We was cool. When she came to school, how about this? So she was telling me not to tell everybody that we was cool because she didn't want her mama to know. How about that? Oh, okay. Now please leave me alone. She didn't want her mom to know because her mom don't like my dad. And we was supposed to be cool. But I guess we was still cool, but she didn't want her mom to know. So that's on her. That don't got nothing to do with me because my parents knew and they didn't care. So that got nothing to do with me.
And for people that are going to say that Jaaliyah is just sticking up for Carnation or protecting her sister, well, what do you call Carnation trying to be friends with Camari behind Jaaliyah and Charlene's back? It's pretty clear that this child can't even be honest with her family and say that she wants to be cool with Camari. And I also feel that Jaaliyah has been jealous of Camari for some reason. I think that Jaaliyah was seen as CJ's daughter and she's the oldest. She got a lot of stuff. She got a lot of attention. But then Camari started to come around and he started to show her love, her attention. And at a certain point, that created a lot of animosity. Because if you think about it, Nike and Charlene were going back and forth. And obviously, Jaaliyah is going to be on Charlene's side. I just hope that Jaaliyah learns that fighting is not the answer. And especially if you're about to be an adult very soon, threatening to fight a child is not going to get you anywhere good. It's going to get you in jail. Because Mama Royalty sent Charlene to jail for fighting her. So just imagine Jaaliyah, who's almost about to be an adult soon, fighting a 12-year-old. What do you think would happen to her? Y'all gotta let me know what you think about this situation. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would definitely see you in the next one.
On that. We not on that. Look, ain't none of that nice stuff. If y'all got something to say, you can say it to my face. Actually, all y'all can line it up for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All y'all. And CJ, I'm not cool with you. We is not friends. We is not going over to your house. No shoes, none of that. No way.
Have you ever been to jail? I have been to jail when I was a teenager for fighting my mom. Sorry, Mom. I totally regret it. I wish I never did it. And